We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978, and it was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. It's a tricky circuit to tackle in wet conditions, with top speed still of critical importance down the long back straight. There are 2.7 miles and 14 corners overall on this circuit that in the dry can see average lap speeds of around 130 miles per hour. We'll be lucky to get anywhere near that today. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Cartwright, Hamilton, George Russell and Verstappen, Leclerc, Albon, Sainz and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Behrman, Lindblad, Pierre Gasly and Ocon, Bortoletto, Hulkenberg, Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll, Colapinto, Perez, Bottas and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Alongside me here in the commentary box today, former racing driver extraordinaire Naomi Schiff. Oh Canada, oh Canada, what a track this is, and what a challenge for the drivers this weekend. Long straights, heavy braking zones and a very green surface to start with.
This happens to be one of the drivers' favourites. It is a low downforce circuit that is fast and flowing, but it is also demanding on the brakes. And be careful, because let's not forget the wall of champions that catches out so many.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway. These are wet conditions here today. Each driver will no doubt be mindful of the wet surface as they prepare to race around the track. As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books. flag for your Grand Prix race winner, Oscar Piastri.
What a true show of character to fight through the grid the way they did, to not get beat down by starting so far down, and to come back and win it all just goes to show how strong this driver is.
Well, it's been a long wait for many of our drivers, but the wait is always worth it. Bring them out to the awaiting crowd. It's time for our podium celebrations. They give out trophies for the winners. Today, they're Oscars. Your winner today, Oscar Piastri. A fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
You know the vibes out on this side. Yeah, you know the vibes. Been in this thing winning rings for a while. Put it to the test, I could win it in a trial. Ain't no need to flex, cause I know you see the style.